Hello and welcome back. Vintage Cube is finally here. It's been actually quite a long time. I think we got spoiled because there was a whole bunch of Vintage Cube in a row, like early March, like last spring and stuff. We're starting off strong. We get Ancestral Recall. Layla is in the cube. This card is absolutely absurd. 3 mana 2/2 haste. And then whenever it attacks, exile the top card of your library and play this card this turn. So the base rate, it just draws you cards. But then whenever one or more cards are put in exile from your library or your graveyard, put a counter on her. So she attacks as a 3/3. If you cast her and then play like Treasure Cruise, she's a 4/4. She just goes out of control very quickly. I'm gonna take Recall. I'm trying to look at other cards. Even without the Draco Lich, I do love this card. I don't know if it has a place in this cube, but I could see it in like a really controlling deck as like your final win condition, because if you just have a bunch of kill spells, you play this, they kill it, you kill their thing, replay it, things like that seem good. We're gonna take Recall before I accidentally mess it up. Ooh. Starting off strong, Recall into High Tide. Okay, this natural order artwork is pretty cool. Adeline, Resplendent Cathar, 3 mana X4, Vigilance. Power equals the number of creatures you control, and whenever you attack, in one-on-one, it basically just makes a 1/1 creature token that's tapped and attacking. So it's like Brimaz, the token does not have Vigilance. I think this seems just overall probably better. What do we want to take? It's between Spellseeker, Fall for High Tide for me. And I don't know which one it is. Like, we have a Recall. So Spellseeker becomes basically like 4 mana draw 3, which is still pretty good. I'm just gonna... High Tide does come around sometimes too. So I could try and wheel it and just pick up Spellseeker. Actually, I like this play. This keeps me more open. My deck's... Ooh, Snapcaster's good. My deck's going to end up better if this goes through, because there's a very low chance Spellseeker comes around. But by sending High Tide around, I get a feel basically like, are there people in this cube draft who want to Force Storm? Because early on in the Vintage Cube in particular, there's a lot of people who are like, I'm just going to draft Storm. Myself included sometimes. But we have outs to... What is this card? Oh, this is like the worst... Well, more versatile... Goblin Dark Dwellers, right? You cast a spell with CMC 3 less for 5. Yeah, okay. What was I saying? Yeah, there's a lot of people who want to draft Storm. So like, by getting a feel for what the rest of the table is trying to do, we can have a better deck. And like, we're already having a pretty solid start, right? Just like starting off mono blue, Snapcaster Recall. There's gonna be a bunch of people who complain like, wow, only drafting blue in Vintage Cube or whatever. But then people also complain that I never draft blue. People also complain that I draft only aggro. People also complain that I only draft Storm. Like, what? I don't know what else you want from me. It's between Probe and Swords to Plowshares. Probe is great if we think we're gonna be more Storm-esque. But honestly, Swords is just such a good card. Blue-white control is really strong. And also, like, blue-white, like, splashing swords in your Storm deck is not a bad place to be. Swords going this late is also somewhat of a sign. I think it's just an insane Magic card. So we'll take it. It's good with Snapcaster, Mage, and Spellseeker. Hard to complain there. We have Seagate Stormcaller, which is actually pretty good with 2 of our 1-drops. Regrowth is alright. GT is really good if we're going to be creature-based. Man, I kind of wish I knew if High Tide was coming around, because Stormcaller is going to be pretty insane in the High Tide build. GT is just an excellent card. I think I'm going to take... This is my first draft. I'm going to take GT. Played a little bit safe. Karmic Guide. Oh yeah, this is something I'm really upset about. They put Karmic Guide in, but then cut Revelark. Revelark, first of all, it's just a really sweet, really good Magic card, especially they added Birthing Pod. Like... Revelark is one of the best possible top-end cards for Birthing Pod, but then also Revelark, Birthing Pod, or Karmic Guide Revelark is like an infinite loop if you have a sack outlet, so I don't know. Seems crazy to me. We could take Walking Ballista. I mean, I might play Karmic Guide, I don't know. It could be good here. I think the Ballista, especially if we do end up going High Tide, Ballista is also a win condition. If we just go like High Tide, Snapcaster, High Tide, Frantic Search, Turnabout, Time Spiral, Walking Ballista them to death or something. Oh man, here's the critical point. Celestial Colonnade versus Turnabout. I can't resist a Turnabout. If we get High Tide to come around and I don't take Turnabout, I'm just going to be very sad. I think it's either this pack or the next pack that I'll know, but Turnabout going this late is a good sign. I'll just say that. And missing out on Colonnade is really big. I think that if you look at my data, Celestial Colonnade has one of my highest win rates. Not necessarily because Colonnade itself is really good, but I think it's more just like that archetype is strong. Like blue white, you get counter spells, you get removal, you get really efficient disruptive creatures. So I think overall, if you're trying to maximize win rate, you just take the Colonnade. If you're trying to maximize fun, you take Turnabout. Could take Layla. Layla seems good if we go like Esper. Grave Titan's fine, Top is fine. This is just a really strong card. So High Tide did not come around, so sorry, Turnabout. But we're going in a different direction now. And that's fine. I again, like early on in Vintage Cube, Storm is just cut very frequently. And if someone's even like just dabbling in Storm, it's not worth drafting usually. It can really only support one person. I guess I'll take Creeping Tar Pit. Just because now we kind of need to pivot, find a new color combination. Black-white seems open. None of these cards seem particularly good except the Tideholo Scholar. Maybe Siege Gang Commander if we want to go blue-red. Siege Gang is a fine top end, and I think more likely that we'll play that instead of black-white. Because our blue cards are really good, right? Recall, Snapcaster Mage, Spellseeker. Bloodthirsty Adversary casts spells from your graveyard, so I guess I'll try that, right? We can cast Swords to Plowshares, Recall, things like that. So I'm more on board with that. I'll take a Bone Shards, probably not playing it. This is like the not playing, but right now I'm looking to be like Jeskai-esque, and that seems fun. I mean, this card, I'm mostly going to want to cast it for 5 mana, but being a 2 mana 2/2 haste sometimes is also just good if you have like GT and things like that. Oh, there's the Helix. Okay. I'm sad Storm was not open. I am happy they re-added Niv Mizzet though. But I think honestly my deck's going to end up better. Ooh, Mox Pearl is great. Phantasmal Image, Skyclave Apparition is really good and Teferi is good too, but it's pretty hard to pass up a Mox in like an aggressive-ish deck. Ooh, Volcanic Island. Probably just need to take that. I'm seeing some good red come around. Glenelenge is really good too. Containment Priest or whatever, but I'm gonna take the Volk. I'd like to be able to cast at least Layla. Like, she's just so good. Like, if you've never played with this card in a cube, just cast it once and you'll be like, oh, unless they kill it, I win the game pretty much. And then, ooh, Goblin Guide, Thieving Skydiver, Breeding Pool, Wall of Omens. I'm looking at Thieving Skydiver for a couple reasons. First, again, our red is more of a splash. So the odds of casting Goblin Guide on turn 1 are pretty low. And if you're not casting Goblin Guide on turn 1, he's just okay. Thieving Skydiver is a very good magic card. The kicker, I get a lot of comments about this. The kicker can't be 0, but you can get stuff with converted mana cost X or less. So you can play this for 3 and still steal a Mox. You can basically overpay for stuff if you want to. So I'm going to take this. I think Goblin Guide could be good for the deck, but also I think Goblin Guide has a chance of coming around. Red seemed reasonably open. We got a very late Lightning Helix and stuff. Okay, there's a Chrome Box. Showdown of the Scalds actually works pretty well in decks like this with a lot of cheap spells. Direfleet Daredevil is also good. So Showdown, I guess I'll put this here. Like if I'm not playing Siege Gang, Showdown gets better. I also may not even end up playing Cryptic. Like, so that's something. But I have Ancestral Recall and some amount of like, you know, Spellseeker to get it. We have Layla, so we're going to be wanting casting things early. So I think I'm actually going to take this Chrome Box. It's going to go in more decks, right? If I end up heavy blue or... Oh, sorry, I just slammed the table with my elbow. If I want to go up heavy blue or something, Chrome Box is going to be good. If I want to go like red-white, it's still going to be good. Whereas if I take Showdown of the Scalds and then end up playing like Cryptic Command Siege Gang Commander, that deck won't end up as good. Here, I'm looking at probably just Lightning Bolt. We have Snapcaster Mage and Spellseeker, so it's great. I love Thraben Inspector. Balance is pretty good. Yorion is nice, but it's pretty hard to beat the efficiency of Lightning Bolt. Here, why is Flame Spill in the cube? Didn't they just print a better shock? I don't know. That's a weird inclusion. Hollow Fountain, gotta take it. Gotta have good mana. Condemn is fine. Kithian's alright, but... Ooh, we get Path to Exile as well. Okay. That's really nice. So Ancestral Recall, Lightning Bolt, Swords, Path. We have like all of the Vintage Cube 1-drop staples basically. And that's, well, okay. People don't play Path, but the other 3, yes. And this one's very good. Expansion. Fallen Shinobi, we do have Creeping Tar Pit. And Kolaghan's Command is good too, but I really don't want to splash too many colors. What does Arlen do? 4 mana 4. During your next turn, what you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. Oh, until your next turn. Okay, that's much better. They enter with counters, and then she makes 2 wolves, and then at nighttime she makes mana and becomes a werewolf. I feel like you like kind of don't want her to be a wolf, but who am I? I think I'm probably just gonna take the Needle Spires. My mana is really sketchy, and like Adonto Vanguard's really good, but I need to be able to cast my stuff. Inspiring Vantage versus Teferi. So let's get rid of these black cards. We need to decide what type of deck we want to be, because Teferi is really good. I think it's probably worth picking up this Teferi here. Now I can take like a Magda. Magda's like not amazing, but she does fix my mana, so like I can splash these white cards. I'm okay with that. We do get Goblin Guide to come around, but honestly I'm looking more like a Wall of Omens type deck. Like, I'm not super aggressive, but I'm not super controlling either. I just don't think, you know, the red on turn 1 is going to happen so often, and Yorion could come around. We get a Dire Fleet. I mean, this deck looks pretty nice. Kithian comes around. Nighthawk Scavenger. Kithian's in the maybe pile. I don't have like a lot of creatures, and I don't know how many like Savannah Lions we're trying to play in this deck. But the rest of it looks really nice. I also don't know about Factory. My mana's just really sketchy. Mox Diamond really helps. Okay, so now we have like all of the fast mana. I like Mana Leak, Grim Lavamancer, Karakas, Usher, but I think we're just gonna take, well, actually, let me think about this. Mox Diamond is great, but the problem is I'm gonna have to run like a reasonably high land count to make this work, because I already have 2 like cards that I'm basically playing as lands. So I'm probably gonna end up with only like 15 lands. So Mox Diamond is less likely to give me advantage. Actually, I think for that reason, I'm going to let this try and come around and pick one of the more important cards like Mana Leak, Lavamancer, Karakas. And I feel like having like access to 1 cheap interactive counterspell is where I want to be, especially with Snapcaster Mage. Arid Mesa, Thalia, Consecrated Sphinx. So white was being pretty open. I think I just need to take Arid Mesa for my mana, and then maybe Thalia will come around. I just like... There's no point in having Thalia if I can't cast her. Jace the Mind Sculptor, Ancestral Vision, Opposition Giver. Glorybringer actually is really good. This is a really solid Glorybringer deck, actually. I think I'm going to take Jace the Mind Sculptor, because my deck looks awesome, but if Glorybringer comes around, I'll be pretty happy about that. What is this? Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Okay, so it's just the continuation of the fast land cycle. We'll take a miscalc. Now we have more cheap counterspells. At this point, I'm kind of maybe looking to move this Wall of Omens away. Oh, I forgot about Urza Saga. What a messed up magic card. I mean, it's quite good in this deck. I could just play it like a spell. There's also Disenchant for the sideboard. I mean, Urza Saga is really messed up, right? It's good with... Well, the fact that I have like 2 zeros for it to find makes it better. I make some tokens, but it's a colorless mana source in a deck that, you know, tries to... I think I'm just going to take this Disenchant. I don't know. Mystical Tutor, Faith's Fetter, Signet. Actually, Pyroclasm is interesting too if we play against green. I don't have any Wraths. So right now, Mystical Tutor for Ancestral is okay. I actually don't love Mystical Tutor in decks like this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Tutor for Ancestral game plan. So I think we're just going to take Pyroclasm. Move it to the sideboard. Ooh, Soulfire Grandmaster. I don't have Time Walk. There's Time Warp, I guess. There's a Muldrifter, which just feels so expensive. Like, the card's legal in Pauper, and we're playing it alongside Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is funny. Time Warp is tempting. Yeah, I guess this could be an alright Time Warp deck. We're very tempo-y. Thirst for Knowledge, Memory Deluge, Hazoret. Am I ever actually emptying my hand? I mean, I have Mox Pearl Chrome Mox, so Hazoret could get there. The top X cards of your library, put 2 of them into your hand. So this is 4 mana, get the best 2 out of the top 4. That actually seems insane. There's also Thirst for Knowledge, which is good with Mox Pearl and Chrome Mox. And Wear Tear, which is, again, an excellent sideboard card. Honestly, I think we're just going to take this Thirst for Knowledge. Here we get Usher of the Fallen or Grim Lavamancer. Actually, Grim Lavamancer seems good. Then we can take Thalia, although Thalia is pretty, like, bad against it, like, bad for us. Right, we have like all these non-creature spells. But we do have like Layla, Siege Gang, things like that. And am I actually playing Hellrider? I don't think I'm playing Thalia. Although, not playing Hellrider either. I'm gonna take Thalia for the sideboard. Banefire, Opposition. I don't really have enough creatures, I think, to reasonably opposition. And I'm really sad that Glurbringer did not come around, because Glurbringer is a sweet card. None of these. Alright, so we missed out on quite a bit in the last pack. I might actually play Banefire. Just having like one versatile burn spell is actually not that bad. Okay, so we have probably not playing Siege Gang. I think I like Wall of Omens, at least out of the sideboard. Eidolon last pick. Okay, so we have some sideboards. Yeah, let's try and minimize our white, like Disenchant, Wall of Omens, we can sideboard. I like Teferi. We have Chromox, so that's okay. We have 23 playables. I mean, that looks all right. 9 creatures with Jite is a little bit awkward. So maybe I do want to bring in Siege Gang and cut like a Time Warp. I also may not be able to play Cryptic Command, just my mana is not the best. So I could cut Cryptic Command and bring in like Wall of Omens. I don't know what to bring in. Pyroclasm kills almost all of my stuff. Although Adversary can get bigger. I don't think I can bring in Pyroclasm. I'll just bring in Time Warp instead of Cryptic. Because, yeah, that makes my mana much easier. And Time Warp is like similar to Cryptic Command. It costs 1 more mana, but this is really good if you're able to hold it up. I guess I have Mana Leak, Miscalc, Thirst for Knowledge, Ancestral. So like maybe that does something. And I have Arid Mesa. So right now I have 1, 2, 3. I don't think I'm gonna have enough blue. We'll see what this looks like. 5, 4, 2. So right now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources. 6 seems alright. Blue we have 5, 6, 7, 8. And then red we have 4, 5, 6, 7. Not the best mana. Definitely not the best mana. But I think I like it. I'm going to run it like that. See you guys round 1. Oh, right. We're playing against Rebian. We're going to go first. We're going to keep this hand and be pretty happy about it. The one thing we have to think about is like, do we try and hold up Lightning Helix or Miscalc? A lot of it depends on what colors my opponent is playing. Against blue, I feel like it's got to be Miscalc. And what are we hoping for? They play like a Soul Ring or something? I may actually end up cycling Miscalc if they don't do anything here because I have Snapcaster Mage and I want to make land drops. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. Ooh, Mox Pearl is good. Hallowed Fountain, also good. Play this untapped. Play Mox Pearl. Pass turn. So now I can Snapcaster Miscalc. So hopefully they just go for a thing. Then I snap Miscalc. Play Teferi. Kitesail Freebooter. I don't think I want them to see my hand. And Miscalc is getting worse. This lets me use my mana quite effectively. Because the other thing I could do is let that resolve and then Lightning Helix, but like I think if they had Spell Pierce there, they would have pierced or dazed. So now we just get to resolve Teferi, hit them with Snapcaster Mage, untap red white. So now we have Lightning Helix available, and we're missing double red for 2 of our cards. Your opponent reveals their hand, you choose an instant or sorcery card from it, that player discards that card. So I only have 1 of those, so we're just going to Lightning Helix their face in response. And so now they effectively, I mean, they did kill, oh, they discard Inkwell Leviathan. But if they reanimate, we can bounce the reanimation spell most likely. At least the Mind Sculptor, also pretty good. Let's draw with Teferi. Island. Unfortunately, I cannot steal Inkwell with Thieving Skydiver. That'd be so cool. Let's play around Miscalc and cast Jace. Jace is going to Brainstorm, because I want to hit Counter Magic. They just concede, okay. I don't blame them. Against Reanimator stuff? Time Warp just feels bad. I just don't want it in the deck. I'll bring in Cryptic. Having Counter Magic to draw into is useful. Disenchant doesn't kill Inkwell. I think I'm going to set up the deck like this. Siege Gang is pretty slow too. I'll cut Siege Gang for all of them. I'll keep Siege Gang. We'll just keep the deck the same way. I didn't really see a whole lot of their deck. Hey! There's the card. Keep this one. Now they get to see what's happening. You love to see it. I hope they just concede right here. I mean, I don't. I want to be able to cast this card, but... Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't do that. Let's go Island, then Mox Pearl. We're playing around Manatide, then Ancestral. I Ancestral myself. I guess I have to do it in their upkeep, right? Because then I have to discard. Right, 6 down to 5 up to 8. Because I'm on the draw. Yeah, so... Do I want to do it in their upkeep, or do I just want to wait? I just want to wait. So now that they've preordained, I'm going to recall myself. Then the Brutality, my... Sure. It doesn't even exile. We could just get it back with Bloodthirsty Adversary. So this went really well. I mean, they're down to 4 cards. If they discard something and reanimate it, and they, like, eat my path, I'm going to be a little bit sad. But we're going to Spellseeker for Swords to Plowshares. Oh, they didn't even discard it. They take Banefire. Strange. Really strange. Alright, let's go Spellseeker. Maybe I don't take Swords now that I have Path. I think I'm just going to grab Miscalc. Having them know about it isn't great, but like, I can just cycle it, right? So if they're going to go for stuff, they have to spend more mana. And then, you know, they'd spend all that time playing around Miscalc, and then I cycle it. Ooh, Lava Man. So let's do this. Play the Lava Man. Attack for 1. Next turn, I can Bloodthirsty Adversary, flashing back Ancestral Recall. Leon of the Veil is actually not that bad. That's fine. And they let me discard... I guess we discard this Plains. Okay, so... We have Lightning Helix. I'm going to play this untapped. And I'm just going to attack Liliana of the Veil with both and then Lightning Helix. Red, white, Helix, you. So that was a 1-for-1 trade. We have Path Exile plus Miscalc available, and then we're just going to Bloodthirsty Adversary back Ancestral Recall and hopefully be in good shape. Because they haven't discarded any scary things to reanimate or anything. Gonti is fine. I might want to Miscalc Gonti just in case that they get a counterspell here. So I think I will do that. We Miscalc Gonti. That just makes sure I resolve Bloodthirsty Adversary. And I can Path Exile the Gonti, but again, it feels like I'm just better off waiting on that one. Cryptic is good. I don't have the blue. So let's just cast this. And we're going to hold up Hallowed Fountain, I think. Or I guess Needle Spires, because I don't have any single blue cost things. Cast Ancestral. What is happening? Why? Weird. Okay, there's a Chrome Box. So now I can attack with the Bloodthirsty Adversary and Spellseeker. They trade there, which is fine. I'm just gonna hold up Path Exile Grim Lavamancer, I think. Leon of the Last Hope. That one's kind of annoying, actually. But if they uptick on Grim Lavamancer, I can still... Actually, I can't kill Liliana. Get rid of Plains and Banefire. They have 1 card in hand. Cool, let's do it. One target creature gets -2/-1. So there's no way to save Spellseeker with a GT. But we can just like resolve Jace the Mind Sculptor. And I'm just gonna brainstorm. And game log. I played a land already, so let's put back Chrome Mox land. Then I can shuffle, grabbing Volcanic, and we're just gonna play Magda, I think. Attack Leona down to 1. They kill Magda, she goes up to 2. Now I think I have enough to Needle Spires with Cryptic backup. Oh, never mind. Oh, they stole my Siege Gang. Okay, I was like, why does this feel... And Baleful Strix. Well, we're in for a ride. We have GT. Pyroclasm would be good here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be hard for me to do anything super useful. I can equip GT to Spellseeker and attack. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I 1 short? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 to play. 1. I'm 1 short of being able to Needle Spires with GT equip. But I can play and equip GT to Spellseeker and attack. And I still have Cryptic Command available. Whip here. Attack Liliana. They block with Siege Gang. I get to kill the Siege Gang. And the reason for that attack is like we're gonna lose our creature anyway. Then I guess I Fate Seal them with Jace. Put Teferi on the bottom, yes. So now they can like sacrifice the Liliana to do stuff. But basically my play here is going to be Cryptic Command, tap their team end of turn probably, and then set up Needle Spires plus GT equip. And I'll let them attack, I don't really care. Okay, swing all out of Jace. So I'm just gonna kill Baleful Strix during the attack step so they can't fall in Shinobi. And I'll just pass. Lanes is alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can Needle Spires with Cryptic Command backup. Let's do that. White, red, white, red. I'm not going to equip GT, I don't think. That seems really risky when I could just kill Liliana here. Because, like, basically if Liliana survives, they can, like, get back Gonti, get back Baleful Strix, and none of that seems good. Okay, so they are doing that. So we're going to Cryptic Command, counter, draw. I want to make sure I'm not... I'm always scared of, like, skipping through combat or whatever. Alright, so now we Jace Fate Seal so that he survives. And we're going to put that on top. And then next turn we can Needle Spires plus GT. We'll get plenty of tokens to sweep their board. The last card clearly was not. Alright, well, Thirst for Knowledge will be good. Do this. Equip. Hit them. They didn't have a kill spell last turn. I knew what they drew. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I guess they just didn't have enough blue mana for all of that. Alright, well, we're going to Chase Fate Seal them. Put that on top. And then I'm going to have to path a Goblin token. And I think I played a land before doing stuff, so that's pretty unfortunate, actually. We got a Jace, we eat one. There's their land. We draw to Fairy. I'll still Fate Seal. I like controlling their draw step, and giving Jace loyalty is very good. Toxic Deluge, you can have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 to Fairy. Draw a card. We can untap Needle Spires. Game over. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against City Noise. This hand looks acceptable. I can Plains fetch up Volcanic Island. So I have all of my colors of mana. They ponder turn 1. So I can hold up Miscalc if I want to like exile a Path to Exile or something, which might be the play. I'm going to see how they pondered. They did not shuffle, okay. Which means most of the time if you're not shuffling, you have a play that turn. Drawing like a bad... Oh, yeah, I think I'm just going to get rid of Time Warp for Chrome Mox. Let's go Arid Mesa, Chrome Mox. Cast this, exile Time Warp. Yeah, that was nice. It's just like, you know, it's going to be so long before I actually cast a Time Warp. And if I'm playing a 5-mana spell, I'd much rather play Teferi. Whoa, you can't have my land. Stifle. Can you imagine if Stifle was in the cube? That would be just awful. So they fetched, shocked themselves main phase, and then didn't do anything. I'm not going to fetch. They abrade my Chrome Mox. I think I'm going to counter that. That play tells me they're a heads-up player, though, because they could have just, like, done it any time, but they wanted to wait until after I fetched so they could get max value out of their abrade. Here, we're going to tap out, you know, if they counter it, whatever, because we want to get more stuff for Teferi, but we can cast this dude for 2. Hopefully, they don't have mana drain. Okay, just miscalc. We're like playing the same deck. What the heck? How did this happen? So let's see. Any land is good except for any untapped land. Jace the Mind Sculptor is good. Pretty much all of our spells are castable. Snapcaster Mage, we can flashback miscalc. We do actually have the triple blue for Cryptic Command, so I don't know. I probably would have ended up exiling that to Chrome Mox anyway. And if they're playing a Braid, I think I'm going to side out Chrome Mox. I just don't want to give them more easy targets. Ooh, Layla's excellent. They had the drain. Wow. All right. Well, hopefully they just play a creature that I can swords. Or even better, hopefully they just attack with Wandering Fumarole. Nope. Ugh, that's exactly the card I did not want to see. I don't really have any way to interact with it, right? I guess I could top deck Lightning Bolts, which would be alright. But, like, I don't know. I don't think I could just sit there and not cast a Layla in that spot because, I don't know, they've used a counter spell. It's, like, not super likely they have too many more. And if I just, like, give them more time to cast Layla, oh, jeez. Yeah, we are super dead. Iteration is a messed up card. I need to draw land. That's what needs to happen here. They exiled Pestermite. Okay, so they're playing some kind of Splinter Twin thing. I need an untapped land, please. I'll play a Magda, I guess. Really, really sad, but it does threaten Jace. You know, it does some stuff. They probably have removal in their hand to answer it. That's a lot of mana. Oh, okay. I don't hate that. Okay. So I don't think I feel comfortable just jamming Teferi now. I think I'm gonna replay Magda. And then I have like Sword's Path. If I play Teferi, they counter it and then they like end of turn Pestermite. Like I just die basically. Ooh. Okay, their deck is good. Okay, they brainstorm. So this is probably a matchup I will bring in Thalia. They just have fewer creatures than I do, it seems. And they have more power than I have. Okay, they don't do anything. That's, I guess, encouraging. Oh, they have Vendilion Click. Okay. I think I do kill the Vendilion Click with swords. Because I want to kill their Jace. And they don't currently have the mana to activate Wandering Fumarole now. Ooh, that was an excellent draw. They took Grim Lavamancer. Alright, let's attack Jace. Is this gonna actually kill it? Okay. That worked out. Let's play Jason Preserve my treasure token. That way I can still hold a path. Ugh. Gross. Alright. But Spell Pierce got my value. So now we're learning about their deck, right? They have Spell Pierce Miscalculation. So if I have 2 mana available, it's pretty likely my spells are going to resolve. This turn I'm going to be able to set up Magda attack plus Teferi. They have 3 cards in hand. So let's attack. I can path the Fumarole. And if they activate Fumarole, then they have to like, you know, go down on mana. And there's no reason to not play Big Teferi, right? I can even play around Mana Leak. Really? Oh my gosh, alright. Mystic Confluence. They have had everything. So I need to see the game log. Counter target spell unless I play 3, draw a card, draw a card. Okay, so I can pay 3 and get Teferi to resolve. Then they daze? Oh no! Come on! Oh. Alright, I've run into every single trick they had. But, game 1, we're learning about their deck. They have a bunch of daze type effects. We're just going to play it really slow. Probably sideboard in more lands, and we should have a big advantage games 2 and 3. We can Skydiver away their Chrome Box, I guess is fine. I don't really mind trading off Magda at this point either. This clears the way for Thieving Skydiver to start attacking in the air. Cast with Kicker. So this is the play I talked about earlier, where we can kick this for 1 and steal a Chrome Box. And the reason for stealing Chrome Mox over Mox Emerald is, well, first of all, it adds blue mana, but secondly, what is this? Sure. Secondly, it if they bounce it like Repeal or whatever, they have to exile a thing to get the value back. So it's like more punishing. I'm actually pretty happy they made just a 2/2 shark. I feel like it would have been way better for them to just wait and make this giant shark, because now like my Skydiver can just trade. And that's not a huge problem. Also, they might deck. I'm going to hold Island in hand because I do have Thirst for Knowledge. And I'm going to hold Thieving Skydiver back because I have Umzao's Jite. Yeah, I think Ancestral Recall targeting them is going to be potentially a very valid line of play. Siege Gang. I'll cast a Siege Gang. There's like not even that many counterspells they could have left. Red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make some gobos. No attacks. Okay, I don't quite know what their win con is yet, but I guess that is the thing, right? If you have only counter spells like Day Spell, Pierce, Mana Leak, whatever. Oh, come on. Okay, well they can Phantasmal Image my Siege Gang. I guess that's fine. They can kill my Siege Gang. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, that's not great. I think they're supposed to kill my Thieving Skydiver and start attacking though. Like, how are they winning this? Oh, here you are. Pass turn. Okay. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to attack there, but I don't think it matters. They currently cannot kill me in time. And they're still not attacking. They must have something in their deck that I don't know about. Okay, this is kind of gross. I'll play the red. I don't know. It lets me bluff more stuff. Memory Deluge, sure. Yeah, if I just had Ancestral Recall in my hand, I could kill them right now. So their win cons are Muldrifter, Shark Typhoon, Jace, which they just let Jace die. That suggests they have Vendilion Click. They're killing themselves. They have 2 cards in hand. They go to 1. They have 2 turns. I hope I just draw Ancestral. That would be so good. Door of Temptation, a Goblin token, sure. They just don't have enough burn to kill me quick enough, I don't think. Glorybringer. Okay. Kiki Jiki needs to go. But we let that resolve, and then after they target, we can kill the Kiki. So they make a Sword of Temptation copy. They steal a Goblin for a turn. I guess. They know about Path to Exile. I mean, this doesn't really matter. I feel like they want... I guess they can't get Siege Gang. That seems fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they also have Siege Gang Commander, which is actually quite problematic, right? So if I try and path the Kiki Jiki, they can ping me for 2. Okay, there actually is a pretty easy world where I die from this. I think I need to draw something. So let's path this. Well, I think I need to block here. Just prevent 2 damage, because I'm getting my other goblin back, but it will be tapped actually. So now I can path the Kiki Jiki. So I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They might have lethal here. So I'm pretty sure their deck is like 2 more, their hand has like 2 more lands in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I am dead if I don't draw something. Ancestral? Banefire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do they have the exactly lethal? Oh, that's so annoying. I think they have exactly lethal. If I kill Sword of Temptation, I get this back. Then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then they just sack something to Siege Gang. Yeah, I think I'm dead here. And I don't really want them to know about Banefire, right? I target this, it dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I die exactly to Wandering Fumarole. Maybe they forget about it. I think that's actually worth playing into because they haven't activated it at all. Okay, they do know. And I'll just let them kill me. Sometimes it's nice to just die through actual means. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's so frustrating. But we know about their deck. I think we should be really set up for games too. I think this is probably a decent Wall of Omens matchup. Lavamancer seems alright. It deals with their combo. I'm going to get rid of Chromebox and just bring in a land. I don't think Time Warp is that great against their deck either. It's just expensive. We can get rid of Chromox and add blue. And given how slow this game is, maybe Cryptic Command is good. I'm kind of skeptical of Siege Gang Commander given all the synergies they can like take advantage of against me. Mogda was good. Dire Fleet seems really good. Adversary seems good. Skydiver seems alright. Path and Swords just answer their stuff. Yeah, I think that's alright. We'll do that. Going first. Good hand. I'm just gonna go turn 1 Grim Lavamancer. Turn 2 Magda, I think, before like they can daze me turn 2 or turn 1, but that's not great. And getting out ahead of their deck that's all like counterspell based seems not, or seems, I don't know. Like if they daze here, that's fine. Attack for 1. They didn't really show much removal either. And then if Magda gets going, we can like Jite, Miscalc or whatever. Like if they're just holding up counter magic, that doesn't really do much for them because I can just attack. Oh, unless they have Pestermite. If they just have, oh my gosh. If they just have a Pestermite kill here, I want to be so mad. Oh, I hope they tap Magda. Untap their plane. So they have Spell Pierce. Okay, let's attack with Magda. Okay, they're blocking. That's good. And I'm just gonna assume they have Spell Pierce because why would they untap like that? So let's just get down this Wall of Omens. Actually, I can play this untapped land and play a Jite. Or I can play Needle Spires. That actually, yeah, I want to play Needle Spires that protects me if they play Jace. Oh, Miscalc also protects me if they play Jace. Unless they have Jace plus Daze. Let's play Needle Spires. I think Miscalc will have its time. Yeah, Evoke Muldrifter is fine. Now we can go Island. Jite playing around everything. Equip Jite here. And having counters on Jite in this matchup seem very good. Attack. So now they can resolve Jace, but I don't really care because now I can like Needle Spires, kill Jace. I can play my own Jace. So let's play the land and attack with the Lava Man. I know they have a Braid, so I kind of want to like use the counters a little bit aggressively. So we're going to like split the difference here. Hit them for 5. This just forces them to do something. And I'm not even going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not even going to play my own Jace, I don't think. Bounce that. Yes, let's counter this. I think I'm going to Thirst for Knowledge. No. Oh boy. What do I even discard here? Oh my gosh. That was a very unfortunate Thirst for Knowledge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So yikes. What do I what do I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm discarding Teferi and Chase Mana Leak maybe? What a power move. It's so that really sucks though. If I had drawn anything else, we'd be in good shape. But those are 2 cards I'd love to have in my deck. But we're playing Teferi in case they slam something here like, well, Sower doesn't really do anything. Can just kill Sower of Temptation right now. Really never get my Grim Lavamancer. Now we draw the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just attack again with the Lava Man. And I'm feeling like Snapcaster Mana Leak is probably where I want to be, but I think I might be able to play Teferi and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I can play Teferi playing around Spell Pierce. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, their deck, you know, once you know how the deck is built, it's not super scary. We're on the draw. I'm actually gonna bring in Kithian, right? Their deck seemed just weak to like any creature. I mean, I guess it was mostly the Jite. Yeah, Kithian dies to almost everything. Although it does have Indestructible. They have like Sower of Temptation and stuff. Pyroclasm is good against them. Actually, how do they win through Pyroclasm? I don't actually know. I like that a lot. Let's bring in Pyroclasm and bring out Lightning Helix. I mean, Helix can kill Jace, which does matter. Yeah, actually, let's just run like this. The only reason Pyroclasm would have been good is because of Siege Gang Commander, which they just can't copy anymore. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's really slow, but so is their deck. Also, I swear I have Ancestral Recall somewhere. Go Island. And given the way my hand is looking, there's a chance that I just run out an end of turn Snapcaster Mage here. Also, if they miss on Ponder, I guess we can still get Dazed, which would be a little annoying, but maybe I'll just go Dire Fleet, flashback their Ponder. That way I can play around Daze on Layla. Okay, they don't, or they do hit a land. Did they shuffle? Please tell me they didn't shuffle into a land. Okay, they did not. Soulseeker's good. We're just going to wait. Okay, so they're going to Iteration and try and hit land drops. Ooh, I get the Dire Fleet Daredevil into Iteration, maybe. Island Mox. Okay, I mean, they're winning this right now. I don't love it. So I think we're going to save this Jace. Thirst for Knowledge is good. I don't exactly mind that one getting Spell Pierced. I do wish I had sided up to more lands, though. Here comes Jace. Okay. In response to Chromox, we're going to flash in Snapcaster Mage. Oh, and they exiled the Braid, so now we have Walking Ballista. Perfect. Land? Oh, that's actually quite good as well, but I have to pay the kicker and then they can just counter it. So let's attack Jace. And then I think I'm going to run out Direfleet Daredevil and try and snipe their Ponder. Or I can snipe Expressive Iteration. I guess either way they're going to have to Spell Pierce, so I may as well just go for the better one. Yeah, so now they use Spell Pierce on that card. And I still get Direfleet Daredevil in play. Oh, am I just dead? Oh, I think I'm just dead, actually. Yeah. Man, we had a plan. We would have executed it well. We drew pretty poorly. Yeah. All right, we're dead. That was unfortunate. That matchup was painful. But I think our deck is good. I'll see you guys next round. All right, we're playing against Abierto, and we're going first. Yeah, sure. We have Ancestral. What could possibly go wrong? We're going to go Island on their upkeep Ancestral ourselves. We're going to hit a land, and it's going to be great. Nothing can possibly go wrong here. See? Look at that. Easy game. Okay, we are going to play Hallowed Fountain. Do I want to play Hallowed Fountain? Do I want to hold up Mana Leak, or do I want to play Walking Ballista so I don't have to discard? I am a sucker for value, so let's play Walking Ballista so I don't have to discard. I mean, we have like a lot of stuff. Swords and Path, Mana Leak, Layla. I'm going to hold it on Layla for a second. I am going to shock myself. Attack for 1. And I'm going to play the Lava Man. I have a lot of things like vying for my red mana. So I might as well just use that now because I'm going to want to Layla pretty soon, depending on what's going on over there. I'm kind of expecting Toxic Deluge for 1, but I don't know. I can beat almost everything. I'm guessing they're playing Reanimator. So unless they Iona naming white, I should be in pretty good shape. Una's Prowler. That's a discard outlet. I think I'm honestly just going to counter that. I also don't really want to have to hold up counter magic forever. But like, if that's their only way to get cards into their graveyard, then it's just a really good card to counter. Now we can play Layla. Hopefully we hit lands off the top or something. But she gets big really fast. So now even if they get Iona, like, I have a pretty good thing in play. Play Plains, pass turn. Basically, my default against Reanimator is just counter aggressively and get pressure. Because if I wait, like, Mana Leak is not going to be able to counter into next turn. Swift End my Layla. Destroy a creature to lose 2 life. Sure. So now actually I can play a... Oh no, because that becomes a creature. Never mind. I was going to say I can Direfleet Daredevil Swift End. But unfortunately I cannot. Oh, they reanimate the Layla. Okay. I don't really want to let them attack. Can I kill them though? Ooh, wait. I have a big... Oh no, because it gets exiled. Poop. I was going to say I have a big play of like reanimating the Layla, but I'm going to have to exile it. I think I would rather give them... Well, how much damage are they taking? 1, 2. Or I can do them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off Lightning Helix. I think I have swords here. Oh, Jite's really good. That's gotta be the answer, I think. Equip to the Lavamancer. Hit them. Maybe equipping to Lava Man was wrong because Ballista's going to be attacking. Like, I could see a world where I attack with Ballista and then activate Lava Man. It says lifelink. Yeah. Solemn is fine. They might actually be dead right now. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, so if I path to exile Solemn, they take 5, 6. Yeah, I think they die. Let's path this. Attack them. Buff my dude. Lightning Helix you. Okay. Game 1 down. I'm scared of playing against Mono Black. Thalia. I mean, again, I don't know if they're Reanimator or not, but Time Warp has just felt consistently really bad. And everyone has been using my Siege Gang commander against me. I wish I had Caracas. But I think it's just going to be Cryptic Command for Time Warp and hope for the best. Alright, this seems alright. We have Swords and Miscalc. And then 2 very hard to cast cards. Elky exiles a creature and becomes a copy. That's not a big problem, really. It does show them about the miscalc and swords. Yeah, they take Daredevil, which makes the most sense because there is a world where I just cast Daredevil on turn 2 and just go off. Play Volcanic. Do I want to play Mox Pearl? Actually, yes. I don't want them thought seizing my Mox Pearl because my mana situation is a bit sketchy, even though this like shows them what's going on. It also lets me miscalc plus swords, and I'm going to take the hit here. Okay, they're passing turn. I'll just let that happen. Helix was great. Pass turn. So now we can end of turn Helix the Valky, get back Direfleet. Sure. Double Direfleet. I mean, he gains first strike, I guess. That protects against Snapcaster ambush. And they are also missing land drops. Alright, kill this. And if I draw a blue source, perfect. I'm just going to run out the Thieving Skydiver. Because then I can start pressuring them. It does give them mana to use Swift End, which I think I probably have to counter if they go for. I don't know. The reason for like wanting to counter the 2/3 or the Swift End or whatever is because it's like I lose my Thieving Skydiver and they get a 2/3 lifelink, which is pretty good on this board. Vampiric Tutor I don't mind though. Because I get to Direfleet Daredevil Vampiric for Ancestral or, you know, whatever else I want. Chase the Mind Sculptor to Fairy. Jace is good against Iona. And also, every time you see your opponent cast Vampiric Tutor and it takes them a long time to search, it's a really good sign. Because then it just becomes like, you get a, you know, pretty above average draw instead of like their hand is like, I have Entomb, but I need specifically Reanimate to win or whatever. Because in that case, you find really quickly. But if you're just like waiting and thinking, it's generally a good sign. I mean, they could just be playing it carefully and like planning it out, but I don't think I'm dying this turn, hopefully. The Inquisition. So I think I just let that resolve because they're probably just going to take swords. Okay. Imperial Seal, alright. So they just tutored. I mean, I can Direfleet Daredevil Inquisition them. Most of the like reanimation spells cost 3 or less. I think that's what I want to do. On the other hand, I could just play Layla. I think I'm going to disrupt whatever is going on over there. Because I can also hold up Swords to Plowshares. Hit Inquisition. Inquisition you. Oh no. What is going on here? Their hand is horrendous. Okay. I mean, they tutored for a discard outlet, I guess. They didn't. I don't know what's going on. Well, that worked out so poorly, but their hand is horrendous, so it's hard to be too mad. Let's go with Layla holding up white. We can kill Liliana. We hit a land, which is great. Last turn. So their hand is Elish Norn, Grizzlebrand, Archon of Cruelty, Unburial Rights, and only 3 land. Okay, they hit the 4th land, but they don't do anything and they just die. And Elish Norn. Alright, I have Snapcaster Mage Miscalc now. I think we're just fine. Ooh, Banefire. Actually, I just have Snapcaster Banefire now. Because now, like, Reanimate doesn't do it. They can get back, like, Archon of Cruelties. I just Snapcaster Banefire. Are they saying draw after draw, like, complaining that I'm hitting stuff? I don't know. You tutored twice and still have a bad hand. I don't know what to tell you about that one. Magda, so they're just dead, right? Snapcaster, yeah, I know their hand exactly. Turns out when your whole deck is good draws, you have good draws. I'm gonna send them a winky face. I can't, or a smiley face. A winky face is a bit too incendiary. wait, what did they say? What? Mr. Magoo, I don't know what that word is. Change your name to Josh. Lucky trash can. Good games to you too. I don't even know what that means. All right, well, we crushed that person. We really nearly trophied. I think I got pretty unlucky round 1, and I maybe misplayed as well. Great deck. See you guys next time. If you made it this far into the video, you're clearly enjoying the content. So if you want to help support me being able to make more content, there's 2 ways to do it. The first is free and very easy. Just following me on Instagram. You get, to see cool stuff like this cat made out of trees or this dog that's an island. some very interesting or trippy videos like this one, which it's not for everybody. The other one is just going to my store. I sell art like the ones I've shown. So there's a lot of cool stuff there. You can shop the collections and see things like this. I'm selling t-shirts, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you.